Hi everyone, I hope you are having a wonderful day. If you are new here, my name is Lita and welcome to my channel. Here we like to talk about all things involving journals, sketchbooks, and stationery. Today I'm going to be doing a journal with me, but first I just want to briefly go over first what I'm in. I'm using a leather cover from Chic Sparrow. It is the Tea House collection in the chamomile cover. It is aging quite nicely. I am in a Stalogy A5 half-year edition, and I am in the last pages of it. I managed to squeeze 3 months. If you look at this, you can see that the first third over here is kind of thin and compacted. I was doing 2-page spreads, but I was very minimal in, look here, this page, I actually have some different ephemera and things added in, but I was very limited in what I was doing with my washi or with my stickers. So you can see it's very compact. The next month in August, I definitely was using a bit more stickers, adding in a little bit more paper. But then towards the end of August, I really started to be like, I want to be more creative, and I want to put color down, and I put one of stickers down, and I want to put photos down, and I wanted to add in ephemera and stuff, and I started coloring. So now we're in September, and I've gone to using, I had very few pages, and I decided I would use 1 page a day and not use weeklies, and that I would use my monthly calendar as a functional calendar for appointments and important dates. So I've been playing with my last month of use, and I have been creating something that's kind of Fauxbonichi style. So I have a certain list of things that I like to be able to put into my page. So we're going to get into it. We're going to start journaling. So I've decided to kind of create this block style. Like I say, I would call it, if you look up other videos with the terms Fauxbonichi, you'll see that what it basically is imitation of a Hobonichi-ish style. So I have been getting ready. The cat is out of the bag. If you see, I have other videos already out that I ordered a Hobonichi. It already came, and I'm sticking with the A5. Like I've said, if you're new here, you don't know. But so the thing is, I used to live in New York City, and my work life, the demands of my work life, and then also just my personal social life was much busier. Now I'm living down in Florida, so things are very different, very slow paced compared to before. So one of the things that I've decided to do is to play with my A5 pages and kind of almost trying to imagine what like I said, making it a Fauxbonichi, playing with the idea of how it will be if I use 1 page a day, because that's the way the Hobonichi works. So what I'm doing here is I have certain elements in each page that I kind of want to create. And one thing I wanted is, I didn't create, because I had so few pages for September, is I didn't create a gratitude type of page. Let me see if I find one real quick to show you. So here I had, in the past, I used my monthly calendar for positive type of affirmations. Really what it was is I would write, today is a great day, and then I would write what was going to make that day great, whether I wrote in a word, or if I wrote something that I put in some type of washi, or drew a little picture of whatever the thing was that was making that day great. And also I had this kind of circle, affirmation circle, that I would, sunburst that I would make, where I would write a word for each day that was a positive affirmation. So in this spread where I'm doing for these Hobonichis, Fauxbonichi, preparing myself for how will it be to be in a Hobonichi, I've decided that I'm going to use these quote stickers that I have. I'm sure these were either given to me. No, these were not given to me as a gift. I'm pretty sure I bought these at Michael's. It's Mombi Sticks. and it's just inspirational quotes. Yeah, I picked this one up myself. This one wasn't a gift. So what I do is I put one thing, one quote, inspiration quote on each page. So today is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and we will go Friday, Saturday. So that's one of the first elements, is that I like to have at least a quote on each page, something, a positive affirmation. But I can go ahead and use these all up. Use this whole page up. Oops. Sometimes I put them on the bottom, sometimes put them on the top. Right now with you, it happens to be I'm putting them all up on the top. Okay, so I've done that. Also, when it comes to the end of this page, there's one sticker that's left on there. What I'm going to do, instead of keeping that page, is I'll cut out the one, and I will throw that out, and I will keep this. And I have this little envelope that I'm throwing some ephemera in, and I will keep it in there. So then the next step, what I do, and I don't think I'll complete all these pages, but I think what I'll do is, to keep the video a little bit shorter, is I will just do these 2 pages to give you an idea. So I put my inspiration on there. I also like to have a word of the day. I also want to have my temperature, temperature and weather, and I also like to have my meals. So how about we go ahead and do that? I think we'll go ahead and stick with this blue. So what I'll do is I'll just make some little boxes. And I could put my word up here and my meals. And I could put my weather. And I could also like to put the date, day or date. There we go. And I'll just make this look a little bit nicer by putting a nice white color here. Color there. Okay. And we'll do the same on this side. Go up a notch. Wait, you know what? I might do something just slightly different there. So let me show you how this will work. First of all, I'm using my Jelly Roll pen, and I just want to say this about in case you use Jelly Rolls, is make sure you don't use this one. If you can see, it's plain here on the cap. If you see one that has like little stars or shooting stars or a moonlight, if it's the Moonlight series, and it usually will say it on here as well in the writing, if it's a Moonlight series, this one just says metallic. I'm telling you, if you use a Stalogy, don't use the Moonlight because it will bleed through to the other side. The other ones are fine. So, oh, that's Tuesday. So let's see. Tuesday, it says the weather will be 80, 64. And they claim that it's going to be cloudy. I have so little confidence in the weather people. But they claim that it's going to be cloudy. And let's put here meals. This is my meal planning, meals. And we'll put breakfast, we'll put lunch, we'll put dinner, and I'll leave one for snack. And also I will put up here word of the day, which I won't fill in the word because it is not the day yet. And then here I will put, let me find the blue, or the darker blue that I have. This one blue I have is very juicy. Here it is. This distress ink. This is in Faded Jeans. Let's see. Let me check the date on the calendar. I never know what the day is, people. This is another reason why I absolutely, positively must have a calendar. Oh my God, that cannot be right. Oh, here we go. Yes, it is. It's 19th. Did I get it right? Ooh, I did. Go me. Okay, so again, this is something I want to show you because sometimes I answer questions on like Stalogy Lovers on Facebook, that Facebook group. This is what I usually do, is this ink pad, this dark blue one that I have, tends to be very juicy. So I'll usually stamp first once, and then I will stamp in here. There we go. Gosh, I think that may have gone through. It looked too juicy. I pressed so hard. No, it didn't. So it's right here. It goes through, but it doesn't bleed through. If you usually go like this on a piece of paper once, then it won't bleed through. Okay. Oh, that should have been the 20th. Oh, well, that's okay. I'll write the 19th again over here, and I'll fix that later. And I'll show you a good way to fix that. Actually, we could fix it now. Let me see my special little envelope over here. So there's a couple ways when you make mistakes like that you could fix it. One of them is you could just take some type of whiteout and go over it, but I don't really ever do that. What else you could do is, I'm looking for some very thin papers that I have. Yes, like this. And you could just use some decorative paper, and I will glue that paper over that. This, oh my gosh, I hesitate to tell you about this paper. If you're a religious person, don't get upset. Well, you can get upset if you want to, but this is actually paper from a Bible. My mother has a lot of Bibles in her house that they don't get used anymore. I'm not even sure where they came from, some of them, that they don't seem to be her Bible or our family Bible in any way. But the paper is very thin, just like dictionary paper. So if you have dictionaries with that very thin, it's almost like that Tomo River type of paper. If you have that, it's really great paper. So this is just a few pages from someplace in the Bible. It's not from the first 5 books, because I like reading the stories of the first 5 books. I discriminate. I know, it's terrible. For you religious folks, I hope you're not upset by that, but it is Bible paper. I'm not gonna lie to you about it, because I'm honest. I'm an honest person. So I have those, lots of extra books of those, and so I'm using one of those, because I actually only have one very good dictionary, whereas we have many, many Bibles. So, okay, so that's how that works. And this space down here, I could add other ephemera if I wanted to. And I could add something like, oh, let me see. Actually, see, like something like this. I've been wanting to use this little piece. Maybe I'll put this piece over here. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how I feel about that. I think I'll add this over into here. This is from, oh, you know what I should do is I should get out my, you don't know, let me share with you what I should do, is I have some things from Yoseka Stationery that I had gotten recently. And so let's finish this side over here. And we're going to be doing the same thing, like word of the day. And I'll just stick with the same color pen to keep it simple. And I will try to go with the size of the squares that are here from these stickers. And I make it up as I go along, as I do each of these days. I just kind of shape the boxes, or example is one day, one of the inspiration quote stickers was a circle. So instead of boxes, I did, oh, as a matter of fact, look, it's on the day before here. So I don't want to share all of this stuff with you. But you see, I had this, and I did circles around in there. Okay. So, yeah, like that. So then what I'll do is the same type of thing, is that I will figure out where I'll put my weather and my date. And I think I will put, the date and the weather here. And I'll do meal planning and a to-do list. So another thing is, like, if I have the space for it, that's nice, is that I'll add also the to-do list. Otherwise, I will just write the to-do list here. And I will use, well, wait, I'm getting distracted. Let me see, the day, the weather. Today is supposed to also be cloudy. I'll put the weather like this. And I'm looking for my little sheet of paper that said what my weather, oh, it's over here. Monday's 80, 66. And I will do the same thing over here. Put that there. So each time whenever I use this, I just give it a good little pressing on here to get that through. And I will fill in here a word of the day. And here I will do my meals. And here I will write my to-do. Okay. So I got a few things. Actually, so this came from Yoseka. And it's kind of funny. Let me see. So I bought these printable stamps because I'm going all in on the Hobonichi for 2021. And I don't normally use these little type of stencils for doing squares or triangles or circles. I just freestyle it and don't sweat it. So this, I feel like it's a box. It is, it says a box. So it doesn't really have the size what I would like for this. So I'm not going to use it for this for right now. I might have to get a different stencil. This one is cute. It has some things on here for if you're running, if something was challenging, travel, books, movies, music. So I thought it's kind of cool. But for my meals, I just write breakfast, lunch, dinner, and I will write a snack. I have space for notes if I want to or don't. And for to-do lists, I usually just go ahead and make little square boxes like this. Okay, so it'll be the same thing for the to-do list on this side. And I could create another box, but I'll leave that independent. I can always add to it later on, and I can always doodle in if I want to. But just for the sake of this video, I'm going to leave it this way. And so one of the things, my big reason why I'm switching over to Hobonichi is a combination of things, and one of them has to do with something that I've kind of touched on just a little bit here today is that bleeding through. So I love Stalogy, and I love the fact that it's blank. And the thing is that I have fountain pens and I want to use them, and I feel that this paper is not friendly for it. And although I can get another journal, and I have gotten other journals, I want to be able to write more in my journal with my fountain pens and not have it bleed through. So I got 3 of these stamps from Yoseka Stationery. And by the way, Yoseka is moving from their original location, which was in Queens. Now they're going to be, now look, let me tell you, Brooklyn and Queens are right next to each other. They're like this. If this was Brooklyn, this is Queens. It's just a, you know, a line that we make on a map that makes the two different. Whereas Manhattan is an island on its own. The Bronx is way up here, and it connects from a bridge. It's also separated from Manhattan. So that's also, sorry, I didn't want to get into a whole geography thing, but what I'm saying, I got off point. What happens is that they moved from here in Queens to over here in Brooklyn. So they're a little, I don't know how close they are to the water, but the point is they moved a little bit closer, I believe, to Manhattan is probably it. I don't know. It might also have to do with, well, in Greenpoint, I don't know what's going on with the L train. That's a whole different video, and that's a New York City video. But I got these new ones. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I haven't even used them yet. I don't know what's going to be. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Oh, this is so exciting for me. I don't know what to think about this. So I'm going to go ahead and mark this because I am reading books, and I'm scared because this is an oil-based paint. So I'm thinking it's going to bleed through on the other side, which I think in the Fauxbonichi it won't because of the Tomo River paper. But just to test it out, let's do this. Here's some more on my Bible paper. I know, I'm sacrilegious. I am. Please don't leave me hate mail. Oh, look at this little ephemera. Okay, you can leave me hate mail if you want to. It's okay. But I don't think you should. I'm sorry. Okay. So I'm going to try it out on here. Oh, it says that you're supposed to do it like this. I read on the directions. Okay. Okay, that's kind of cool. I'm going to try doing it down here. I'm going to do another one. Because down here it's directly onto my wood table. Oh, I left it really for a while too long. I'll try one more, and I'll try to be less aggressive. Oh, maybe I try one this way. Oh, that one came out nice. Okay. I'm just trying to see how they will be. I'll end up using this. I'll use this. There. Okay. I have to, I don't understand how these are already all inked. I don't understand them, how they work. What happens when it runs out of ink? Oh my goodness. I'm going to have to call them with questions. I'm like, whoa. But, so I have 3 of these. This one is going to be, and I think I'm going to want to get more paper and do some of those. Or maybe I'll use the other side of this paper. This may take a while to dry. Let me see if I have any more papers cut out that are blank. I don't think so. I think I'll use the back side. Oh no, this bled through. Some of these bled through, so I'll have to get more. I'll have to cut out more Bible paper. Now, like I said, you don't have to use the Bible. If you're feeling religious and you feel like that's not an appropriate thing to do to a Bible, this is not, by the way, this is not destroying a Bible. This is upcycling a book that is, it's repurposing something. And I think God would approve. So God would approve of not being wasteful. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. So I'm going to be using that here. I think I'll put this over here. And where is my little piece of ephemera? Here it is, this. Matter of fact, I think I'm going to put these two things together. Okay. Yeah, I think one has to go over the other. Okay, so I'll glue one down. Glue this one down. This one is where I can put my reading book list, right now what I'm reading. And this, I have some Yoseka tape. So I will use this tape. And what I'll actually do is I'll put this right on the edge. And I will tip this in all the way through to the other side. Yeah, there. Okay, so that has been tipped in. So I've got my 3 new stamps. This one is for inking and stationery. And this one is for books. And this one is for, I have it upside down, for shopping, for items. This is going to help me to keep track of spending. This one I could see using once in a while. This one I could see using a lot. And this one, hopefully, once I get my Hobonichi, I will be using even more often. I actually have a page over here where I did something similar. It wasn't available to be purchased. The stamp was out of stock. Oh, so I drew my own kind of for what was currently inked. Yeah. So I think I will be doing some more stamping onto paper. This is really wet and taking a while to dry. Okay, so you get an idea that this is how I will be decorating these pages. And I've had this cabana for quite a while. This is from some clear rubber stamps that I bought for my little flamingo month, my Florida celebration of Florida. So I want to use that. I have not even gone swimming once this entire summer. I actually went swimming more when I was living in New York with my partner. Every weekend that we could, we would go out to Jones Beach. And I love to get in the ocean and jump the waves. So, yeah. Okay, so I have my to-dos, and I have my word of the day, and I have my weather. I have my meal spacing plan. Breakfast was mate plus pan. Lunch is going to be chicken wings. And I had to think about dinner, and then I will complete the rest of these pages similarly. Either I might do the boxes in advance later today, or I might just do them as the days come along. So that is my plan with me, and that is what I am up to. I am doing things Fauxbonichi style in my Stalogy A5 half-year edition to finish out my last few pages for the year. I'm pretty happy because I'm going to have some extra pages. So I think these extra pages, I'm going to be using them for doing stamping and whatnot on and crafting on with them. So I'm kind of okay with having some extra pages. Okay, my desk is a mess, but I hope you will forgive me for that. And with that, I will wish you all well, wherever this meets you at, if it is morning, noon, or night. Goodbye, everyone.